to Olfactofiles. I'm Tara, and today I'm excited to talk to you about two new things that I have for my collection here. First is a perfume from By Terry. This is called Rouge Nocturne. And then I also have a candle. This one is from Nest, and I've tried their perfumes before, but never one of their candles. This particular candle comes in the scent Moroccan Amber, and it actually smells quite nice. I'll tell you more about it in a minute. Real quick, I want to tell you that these both were sent to me by SkinStore.com, and so this video is sponsored by SkinStore.com, but they are not paying me to say anything here. They did, however, kindly give me an affiliate link and a coupon code for you all. The link will be down below, and if you do use that, it will help support my channel because I will get a small commission from it. However, if you're uncomfortable with that, that's totally fine. You can just go to SkinStore.com, and I'm pretty sure you can still use my coupon code that way so that you can get a discount. Anyway, the coupon code is TARAS, or Taras, because you know what's better than one Tara? Two Taras. Anyway, so that is the code, and like I said, the link's down below if you want to use it. I will say I do not accept much PR. In fact, I turn down, I would say 90% of what I'm offered because it's just not things I'm interested in, or it's not a company that I feel comfortable with. But I have purchased from SkinStore.com many times in the past. I've bought a lot of my like hair products there, my brushes, combs from Mason Pearson. They carry that, which is a really nice high-end brush and comb company. Also, my curling iron, straightening iron is from there. It's the T3 brand. And I've gotten, like I said, lots of skincare and makeup even from SkinStore.com. However, I did not know that they had fragrances until they contacted me recently about their spring fragrance event. So if you were like me and you also weren't aware that in addition to the makeup and skincare and hair care, they carry fragrances, now you know, and you can go check them out. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the candle first. So here's the box, and I have the candle burning next to me here, so I'll show that to you in just a second. So like I said, this is from the company Nest, and this is their Moroccan Amber candle, and here you can see the actual candle itself. This is the 8.1 ounce size, and I have burned this is the third time I'm burning it. I burned it about 3 hours each time so far, and you can see there's still a lot left, so this will last quite a while. It is burning fairly well, maybe not perfectly evenly, but it's not tunneling necessarily. There's only like a little bit of wax residue left around the side, so that's pretty good. It smells really nice, I will tell you that. I could actually smell it outside of the office when I would walk past, so it's not like necessarily filling up the whole house, but it definitely fills up my whole office here. Plus in the hallway I could smell it as well. So fairly good throw, I think is what they say in candle terms. So according to the box, this candle has notes of amber, patchouli, heliotrope, bergamot, and a touch of eucalyptus. Now I will tell you, I don't honestly really get much eucalyptus or bergamot from this, but I definitely do get like the amber, of course, that's the main thing, as well as the patchouli, and I think a touch of heliotrope as well, because it does sort of have this slightly sweet, kind of maybe almondy vibe to it, which could be the heliotrope there. But anyway, so like I said, I really enjoy this candle. I think it smells good. I believe these retail for $44, but you can use the coupon code. It's gonna get you 25% off, I believe, and that would knock it down to, I don't know, like 33-ish. Yeah. So anyway, that is the first item they sent me. And then the other thing they sent me, which I was really excited for, is the Rouge Nocturne from By Terry. Originally, this house went by Terry de Gunsberg, which is the name of the makeup artist who started the brand. I think that Terry de Gunsberg got her start with Yves Saint Laurent, if I remember correctly, and like created a lot of cosmetics for their makeup line. And then she started her own makeup line and eventually moved on to creating fragrances as well. Now the perfumer for Rouge Nocturne was Michael Almeric, who's created lots of fragrances for many different houses, but it does seem like he's made a lot for By Terry. And this actually comes as a little set, which I did not realize. I thought it was just gonna be the main perfume there. But it's pretty cute. This would make a nice gift, like a nice gift presentation. So let me go ahead and take this out. Anyway, the actual perfume itself is 100 mils, and then the little travel spray is like, I don't know if it's 8 or 10, something like that, in that range. So Rouge Nocturne is a rose patchouli style fragrance. Now I will say though that it does smell a bit different than many rose patchouli fragrances I've smelled before. However, if you do like, let's say, Portrait of a Lady, for example, this you'll probably like, although I wouldn't say it's all that similar. They're quite different. They're very different, in fact. So Rouge Nocturne, not only does it have rose and patchouli in there, but I think there's a little bit of bergamot in the opening as well as some amber in the dry down, like a touch of a sweet amber. And I think that amber could have a bit of a vanillic sort of vibe to it, because I definitely do get some slight sweetness, which I think could be like a vanillic kind of amber. So I will say that the first time that I sprayed this just on paper, I didn't think I was going to like it because I don't love the opening. However, I like the opening more on skin than I do on paper, I will say that. But the mid and the dry down, I actually really, really enjoy. So when you first spray this, and in fact, let me go ahead and spray it again just so I can kind of smell the opening once more. By the way, I mean, no duh that this is probably going to stain, but in case you had any doubts, there is where, oh, there you go. There's where I just sprayed it. So yeah, definitely going to stain if you spray this on light clothing, so be careful with that. Yeah, so in the opening, I get a lot of the patchouli. I get a touch of the bergamot, a lot of the patchouli, and of course rose. But the rose actually becomes stronger as it dries down, and it actually goes a little bit powdery. Now, when I smell the dry down, so on me, I actually pick up not just like a powdery rose, but a touch of what to me smells like vetiver. Now there's no vetiver listed as being in here. It doesn't mean that there's not, but to me it does smell like there's some vetiver in here because it has this sort of kind of hay-like base to it. So there's the like powdery rose. The patchouli is nearly gone, or at least the way it smells in the opening is nearly gone. And maybe it is just the patchouli and the way it's changed, but it smells more like vetiver to me in the base. Or in the dry down, I should say. So I really, really like the mid and the dry down of this particular fragrance. Not a huge fan of the opening, but I think it's not terrible. It's not like it's awful to get through. It's just not my favorite part by any means. So overall, I think that the lasting power of Rouge Nocturne is pretty good. It's not like beast mode. It's not like Portrait of a Lady, just to be clear, in terms of like the projection and the longevity. It lasts on my skin about 6-ish hours, maybe slightly longer than that, but not a lot longer. I will say in the first 2 to 3 hours, I could actually pick up wafts of it pretty easily projecting off of my skin. So I think the projection is decent for the first couple hours, but then it became more of a skin scent, which is kind of where it is now. Like, I have to be probably within a few inches to be able to smell it at this point, and it's been on my skin for about 4-ish hours currently. So you can kind of see it does become a skin scent, but it's still there. So I'm pretty happy with the actual performance of this fragrance, and I really like the way it smells, particularly in the mid and the dry down, which is what matters the most because that's what it smells like the longest. I do think that a man could pull this off, to be quite honest, because I mentioned this recently in another video. I find rose to be a floral that is particularly versatile in terms of working well in both women and men. And so I do think that this would work. Now, like I said, it does go a little bit more powdery. So if you don't like powder in your fragrances, maybe you wouldn't want this one. But if you don't mind that, or if you like a little bit of powder in your fragrances, then definitely check out Rouge Nocturne. The other thing I will say is that this to me is a fairly sophisticated fragrance. I don't know that it would appeal to very young people. It might, but to me it smells like something more that someone in their 30s plus would wear, which is great for me because I'm in my 30s. But yeah, it does smell a little bit more sophisticated than maybe a younger person would typically want to wear. So that is Rouge Nocturne from By Terry. I really, really enjoy this fragrance. So glad that I finally got to try something from By Terry because I've been quite curious about this house for a long time. And as far as I can tell, the prices on SkinStore for By Terry, and many things, not just this, but for By Terry seem to be about the best that I've seen anywhere, even beating out like secondhand sellers in some cases. So definitely, if you're curious about that, check them out. I do think that their prices are reasonable. Plus, you can get a discount on a lot of the things on their site using the coupon code TERRAS. So anyway, that's it for my sort of review of the Moroccan Amber Candle and Rouge Nocturne. I would like to know if you've ever tried anything from either of these brands in terms of like the Nest, not only just the candles, but the fragrances, if you have any recommendations, because I have tried a few of their perfumes, but not that many. And this is the only candle I've tried. So if there are any other candles that are really nice to check out, let me know. And then same thing with the By Terry, because this is the only fragrance I've tried from them, and I do like this one. So now I'm curious if there are others that are just as good. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell, which I think is here. Maybe it's here, but it might be here. Anyway, but thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.